Hey, it's Berta J. You're not going to see my face today, but worry not, I will be teaching you something about greens. And the reason I'm doing this is because a friend of mine wants to eat healthier, but she's not really sure how to clean, cut, prepare, and cook greens. And so I have purchased some greens that I think would be a good mix, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Here we go. The first thing you need is a vegetable wash. I get mine from Swanson's. It's very good, and it'll get off even the crud that's on like cabbage that looks kind of hazy and white. I take each leaf and I wash it. I spray it a little bit and I use my hands to wash it. Make sure you wash your hands before you start all this. But wash each leaf, turn it over, rinse it off, and you do that with each one. This, the first thing you're seeing is Swiss chard. It's the red Swiss chard. Now I'm washing the spinach. This particular one is more mature. It's not baby spinach, it's a mature spinach. And I just tear the pieces apart and tear the bottom off and then spray those as a group. You can spray them as a group, wash them with your hand. I just do one at a time. It's a time-consuming task, but it's worth it because if you don't wash your greens thoroughly, they're leafy, they have curls and creases in them, and sand and dirt hides in there. And if you don't wash them well, you're going to taste it. You're going to taste the grit when you start to chew on it, and it's not going to be a pleasant taste. So wash your greens very thoroughly. And then I just put it in my big yellow bowl and let the water drain into the yellow bowl. Okay, now I'm doing kale, same thing. I just spray each one of the leaves. Now, I use this spray, but I'm sure there's some homemade things that you can make that are really easy, and as I learn about them, I'll make sure I tell you. But this one is the one I've been using for years, and it does very, very well. I use it not only on greens, I also use it on all my vegetables to wash the outside, as well as potatoes. I scrub really well with it, and it gets off a lot of dirt. So now we're going to prepare the pan for cooking the green. And what I use is a 1.5 cups to 2 cups of water. And then I put in my vegetable broth powder that I've told you about. Now, if you already have your own homemade vegetable broth, you can use that. Or if you want to just use water, you can use that as well. Right now, what I'm doing is tearing all of the leaves from the actual stalk, because the stalks in many of these greens are very, very fibrous, is the word I can think of. And it's hard and it's not easy to chew. Tear all the greens off up to where it gets pretty small and the vein gets very, very small. Okay, and then after I've done that, you're going to just start cutting them. I cut across that vein so that the pieces, once you put them in your mouth, it'll be small. Then I turn it and cut right down the center a couple of times. If it's mushy like this, you don't want to keep it, throw it out. Okay, so now this one is the spinach. I'm cutting off all the long stems on that as well. If you like the stems of spinach, you can keep them in. You roll it a little bit and then you're going to cut some more. Cut across like you did with the kale. Same thing with the spinach. You've got yourself a mound, then turn it so that you can cut right down the middle. This is Swiss chard. That vein, that red vein, is very tough and fibrous as well, so I cut it out. If you want to keep those veins, you can, if you want to make your own vegetable broth. But again, you roll it and then just start cutting across. Keep your fingers out of the way. And before I actually put the greens in, I usually put in onion. Onion is a root vegetable, it's very good for you. Lots of good minerals and vitamins in it. Chop it up and put it into that vegetable broth that I've had heating up for a little while. And then once that's cooked for about 5 minutes, then you're going to start dropping in the mixtures that you cut up. You want to stir it, always stir from the bottom and bring it up over the top like you're folding. Okay, you're just going to add it a little bit at a time. You could do the whole thing, but because it's so much, it doesn't cook as well. So do it a little bit at a time, maybe 3 times or 4 times you want to add it to that vegetable broth and onion mix. I usually don't season it with anything else. That's it. It's just the onion and the vegetable broth. However, if you wanted to put in other spices, you could. Once you serve it, you can also put on the plate, you can sift a little bit of chicken seasoning on the top. And that's it. Don't forget to subscribe. When the subscription, you click on that subscribe, there's a little bell that comes up. You can click on that so that every time I upload a new video, you will get it. And I hope this has been helpful. Please let me know below with a comment or a question or whatever. If you've got I know many of you probably cook your greens a little bit differently. Just let me know. The main thing in all of this is to wash them thoroughly, and then you can cut them up and cook them, okay? So until next time, I will see you happier, healthier, and eating more greens. Bye for now.